Hello, Magic players. It's Corn, time 60. That corny guy. Time for corn. Like, subscribe. Just a little reminder to like and subscribe if you like watching me play Magic. Now, I did okay in one draft of this format, and then I got my ass kicked twice in a row. Actually, on the fence about even posting the ones where I got my ass kicked, because I did so bad. I did so bad. I'll probably still post them. We'll see. If this is not my fourth draft, if this is the second one I draft, then the ones that I lost miserably, I decided not to post. Why am I doing this? Why am I drafting a set that I'm not even excited about? I don't know. Maybe I'm just a crazy person. I'd really like to be drafting more Streets of New Capenna. Because that's a fun set that's cool, has cool flavor, cool interactions, and blah, blah, blah. This, half the cards are just such a wall of text that I don't even want to deal with them. Alright, like this. What, I have to read all of this? Okay. There's the battlefield, and at the beginning of your upkeep, if you don't control a creature named Boo, create Boo. A hamster with trample and haste. Put 3 counters on a creature. On up to 1 target creature with trample or haste. Okay. Sacrifice a creature. When you do it, deals if the sacrificed creature was with it. Okay, so I get it. He combos with himself. And he kind of protects himself, too. Because he makes a 1/1. You can chump block with it. You'll make another 1/1 during your upkeep anyways. And he talks like frickin' talks like Defendor. If you don't know what I'm referencing there's a movie called Defendor. I don't know how to describe it without saying something offensive, but Defendor. Like Defender, but with an O. Hexproof from... wait, what? What's the red version? Because that's... destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment. And that seems really solid, actually. I do like Sword Coast Serpent. I also like Owlbear Shaman. Love to hit an actual Owlbear. Trample or haste. I mean, that seems like a pretty good card. That was pretty okay, but... maybe going green-red is a bad choice here. I'm just looking at the rest of these cards and thinking what's good. You hear something on watch. That's a solid card. I mean, Herd Gorger doesn't seem that bad. Like, it's a 6-drop, 7/6, gain 3 life. This is, I can destroy a creature with flying, or an artifact or enchantment. I mean, I'll get that because I think it's solid and it's cheap. Goggles of Night looks really good. I mean, the art is really cool, is what I mean. Reminds me of, the owl guy in, what's the name of that movie? Who watches the Watchmen? Watchmen was the name of it. It reminds me of that guy with his goggles. Priest of Ancient Lore is really good. Perpetually gains haste. This is strictly good with Minsc and Boo. Mana spent from a treasure, it gains first strike and haste. And we'll get the Owlbear Shepherd, though. I almost just called it Owlbear Shaman. Grim Wanderer's pretty solid. Warcaller's decent, though. Don't think we're going into Jund, although we sure could. I mean, we could go the Teamer colors. You may mill 4, return a land. Meh. Yeah, I think I like the giant here. We have a very out there curve. So I'm definitely in green. I don't have to be in red. That's the one I picked was blue. These two work decently together. These two work decently together. I don't know, is this card powerful enough to, like, really bother with? I mean, I guess the turn you play it, you get a 4/4 trample haste. Like, a 5-mana 4/4 trample haste is already good enough. Get the land. I know Incessant Provocation's pretty decent. Also, strictly a combo with him, because I can sacrifice the creature that I've gained control of. Oh well. Multiple things that hate on artifacts and enchantments. Decent amount of creatures. Getting a creature and a land back actually sounds pretty decent, but we'll get the Fire Beetles. May not run the Fire Beetles, but... I probably wasn't going to run the Druidic Ritual anyway. So Specialize, you just discard. Specialize is actually a pretty major cost. Come to think of it. You know? Like, I never thought about it, but... I always thought it was loot. Like, you'd pay to draw a discard. And then that's how you would specialize. I don't know. I'm not sure how aggro I'm gonna be. 7 creatures at this point. Minsc and Boo is kind of a creature, because it gives you a creature. Valor Singer. Pretty solid. What? Okay. Can't be locked at when you do tap target creature on controls. Whenever it deals out, you may exile an instant sorcery from your graveyard. What's the red one? If you do draw a card, and you may play an additional land. It's pretty good, actually. Another Owlbear Shaman, huh? I don't have enough life gain that Lurking Roper is any good. I don't have enough goblins that Battlecry Goblin is any good. Do kind of like that Rabble Rouser. I'll grab the Owlbear Shaman, I think. I don't have enough instants and sorceries that this would be good, so it's essentially a 2-drop 2/1 in my deck. Do like Ettercap. Flavor-wise, I really like Ettercap, but I don't know, man. Literally Baldur's Gate. That's funny as fuck. Do I have any life gain? 1. Technically 2. I think choose your weapon is probably the best choice here. I'm not going to run enough gates that Baldur's Gate's going to be worthwhile. See, Mirum is pretty darn solid. When I ran it before... But when I ran it before, I was also in Tribal Dragons, so, like, its ability was useful. In this deck, it's not going to be the ability. It's just going to be a 6-drop 6/6 flying. With Ward 2. Can I grab Band Together here? Young Red Dragon will be nice. Whoever is going Temur Dragons is getting Miram, so they'll be real happy with that. Poison the Blade. 9 creatures. We're still doing okay on creature count. I think we're pretty well in red-green now. And that's a 4-drop 4/3. I don't have any, like, good 4-drops right now. But I do like Poison the Blade. Okay, let's see if anyone has any funny names. Gertrude. Archetypes Divinitatis. That's a lofty name. Necrono. Divine Archetype, I'm guessing is what that means. Tritium 89. Autismo. I'm sorry, that got me. The Pie Man. Let's get this Swashbuckler, I think. Even if it's just once, getting Double Strike is pretty frickin' solid. Especially if I give, like, Minsc Double Strike. The Pie Man is pretty good. Pizza 213. Autismo is the one that just got the most, like... how to say... I don't know, immediate gut reaction. I just start laughing. It's like, Autismo. Make it sound fancy. A lot of 3-drops, huh? I like the Hunting Party. One was to cast for each creature you attacked with this turn. Wish I could have grabbed 1 or 2 of those Underseller Myconids. They could definitely be helping. I'm not crazy about the Fire Beetles. Probably still end up running them, but I'm not crazy about them. The Hopeless Living and the Restless Dead. That's such a... Okay, there's another Myconid. Do you like the Myconids? More than Jaded Sellsword. I like Iron Golem too, but I like having some mana production. I'm not running black unless I get like some super powered Jund color card. I'd love to get an actual Owlbear for these Owlbear Shepherds. When your pack is nowhere to be found, you form a new one. I mean, Rabble Rouser's not bad. And I am kind of lacking on the cheaper end. I have a lot of 3-drops, but not a lot of 2-drops. I mean, Herd Gorger, having another Balm might be good. A little late now. I'm not going to run Lurking Roper because I do not have enough life gain. So it'd essentially be a 3-drop 4/5 Defender. Well, Stalagmites reach. Ah! Follow the Tracks is decent. Yeah, if I end up splashing black, I have some decent cards. 12 creatures. Need 2 or 3 more creatures to make this good. What do we got? Ancient Copper Dragon. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to think too hard about this. It's the rare. It's a 6-drop. 6-drop, 6/5 flying. Lets me make 1,000,000 treasures. If it ever does actually hit. Linorm is also really strong. Fireball's pretty good. Thrakus, if I had more dragons, would be really good. Even without a lot of dragons, I think Thrakus is pretty good. If the sacrificed creature was a hamster. Minsc and Boo Changeling deck. 4 damage to each opponent. That's pretty good, too. Yeah. I gotta think too hard about it. We got a couple big dragons. It's only a 4/4. It's not as strong, but... Another Baldur's Gate. I like improvised weaponry. $14 creatures at 20 cards. It is also a 2-drop 2/3. It's legendary, and I'm liable to forget that it's legendary and legend rule myself. That seems pretty good. Like, for just going super aggro. I like that, because it's... I read it as you-know-who. Like, ye-know-goo. But I get the sense that the GH is pronounced quietly. Or whatever, you-know-who. Ye-know! Let's look at the unexpected allies. I mean... That could be a 4-drop 6/6, right? But... I feel like most of the time it's going to be a 4-drop 2/2 or 4-drop 3/3. Probably not running that. Probably not running the Fire Beetles either. I mean, we got flavor-wise, we got the Minsc and Boo deck. I wish he had Vigilance. Owlbear Shepherd. It's already powerful enough that it doesn't really need it, but... Whenever a creature enters the battlefield, if it was cast, exile it, then return all other permanents exiled with Mirror of Life trapping to the battlefield under their owner's control. So that just, like, delays every creature. Exile it, and then return the next one. I mean, if my opponent has a lot of ETB effects, that's actually awful for me. Another Warcaller, make sure everything has haste. Alright, I'll get a Jaded Sellsword. Close up that hole in the curve. It was either that or another Shepherd. Continue closing up that gap. I'm not crazy about Valor Singer. Fireball is good. There is a marked lack of removal in this deck anyways that I can somewhat solve. I'm not crazy about Valor Singer, but it's not that bad. Summon Undead's really cool. Wait a minute, wait a minute. It should say, it should make it a zombie in addition to its other creature types, I think. I think that would be on point. They missed an opportunity there. I don't know what to cut. To any target. I mean, if you use him to draw 4 cards, then that's just insane value. Like, actually insane. Alright, so we're 2 cards over. What 2 cards do I cut? What 2 cards are, like, the worst cards? I like Owlbear Shepherd. I like having a couple ramp spells. I'm really not crazy about Valor Singer, but I feel like it's good enough that I don't want to cut it. 14 creatures. I like having 15 creatures, so... don't want to cut any of the high end. My 4/6 drops are staying. How's my... the curve is like all on 3 drops. We're just slightly more red. I think I'm gonna try it like this. And I know I have no card draw. Really. Okay, I have like 2-3 card draws. So we'll see how it goes. If I lose the first game, I'll go back and pick out cards to cut. If I win, I won't have to do that. Binary Star. Okay. Yeah, okay. It's a unicorn. Fuck. One of my things enters tapped. Yeah, it would be that one, wouldn't it? Just to slow me down. So, we're against aggro. Let's activate only during your turn. Fuck's sake, man. Bro, why? I mean, even if he has the buff spell, it's kind of whatever. Yep. That kind of figures. Oh, I have Minsc and Boo mana. And 2 blockers to keep him alive, unless something has haste. Turk, no, you control gains first strike and double team. Shit. I mean, like, honestly, casting Minsc and Boo would be pretty decent. I really hope I can keep him alive. No attacks. If I can get the draw 4 cards. That's like the whole plan. Okay, good. He's still alive. I can't use the card draw, but if he manages to live this long... Oh, that was probably not correct, unless you have another burn spell. He doesn't know that I get Boo back? Like... I'll play the Kobold. And pass. Opponent is about tapped out. Sure. Oh, he's done. Alright, Minsc and Boo really is as powerful as I thought. Opponent did misplay not hitting the actual planeswalker with that improvised weaponry. Like, he's worried about me having a 4/4. That thing gives me another 4/4. So, okay, Minsc and Boo is that powerful. Oh, man. I've switched to half caffeine coffee, and it is weird. Just makes me want to have another cup. This is what it is. It just... I feel like I didn't have my coffee when I finished my first cup of coffee. Which, I'm trying to only drink one, but... drinking this half calf, I want to drink two. Guess that's the nature of the beast. The nature of my body being accustomed to a certain amount of caffeine every morning. Dimitri is not afraid. Sure. And you don't have to be. Well, if I drew a mountain, yeah, this would be great, but I can't count on that. That'll work. I think I drop a land. And hope I draw another land, I guess. Kobold Warcaller. This one does not have haste. Well, I can give it haste. Seems like an odd choice, but okay. I don't have a lot of good stuff unless I draw lands. Like, I have to draw lands for this to get anywhere. If I hit my third mana, I have strong cards. Destroy target enchantment. No? Alright. Give me the death touch. I mean... start giving stuff haste. Let's give you haste. Craving of you-know-who. Let's give you haste. I don't know if there's creatures with flash. I don't think I can play around creatures with flash. Sucks to suck. Create 3 1/1s. Nice. I don't know why the sound effects are messed up. I have the ambience turned off, but the sound effects is up at middle, but none of the sound effects are actually happening. This is actually probably better, because it gets me mana. I can swing with him if he double blocks. I can pump, but I don't really want to. I need mana. The opponent can't really attack right now, so let's prioritize getting some mana. This game's not gonna be over too quick anyways. Looking at their board, looking at my board, this game's gonna go for a little while. Oh, great. You can destroy target enchantment. Or not. Or not. Or you can gain life, I guess. Oh, I forgot to use him. Dang it. Alright. Destroy target artifact or enchantment, right? And gain 4. Or whenever you cast your it gets +1/0 and gains haste. Specialize only as a sorcery. Okay. I can throw the you-know-who on this. I'd make it a 5/5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and I mean, if he wants, he can... Hexproof. Okay, cool. It's not protection. Get in there. I really wish the sound effects were going on. Can't believe I forgot to use Warcaller. It's probably not a big deal. Oh, well, that kind of sucks. Yeah, see that, without the sound effect, that is just a little off-putting. I did not like those cards. Pass. Probably give the Herd Gorger haste. Opponent does not have good attacks. Hasty Herd Gorger. Yeah, sure. Let's gain 3 life, and I will swing with it. Because why not? Like, he can chump it. Yep. That's good, though. If we get our opponent in a position of chump blocking. Ugh, that's brutal. He is almost out of cards, though. That is the one plus side here. Opponent has a lot of removal, but not a lot otherwise. Yeah, here's the only option. Minsc and Boo is maybe the ideal top deck here, honestly. He cries. That's fun. We'll wait. No attacks, and then put the Craving on him. The plan is burn their face for 6 and then draw 6 cards. That's literally the plan. But what I was gonna say is this reminds me of the yellow in Elden Ring, where it'll be like, you know, it's definitely not spelled how yellow is supposed to be spelled. Hey, wait a minute, there's no music either. I'm listening to music on my headphones. Man, I think I'm gonna have to, like, exit out after this game. Turn Minsc and Boo into a treasure. That's pretty mean. I mean, I guess I have to attack with it then. Let's play you. Give him double strike. Yeah. And that's an instant, so... I'll just sacrifice this one. My Minsc and Boo treasure stick around. Give you double strike. Yep. It's planning on buffing it anyways. Blur. Does he use it to destroy the Craving of Yellow? Or the Craving of you-know-who? I was hoping he would misclick and hit Minimus Containment. I mean, that's still 8 damage. It's not the worst. At this point, it's only plus 1-0, and I sure as heck don't want to sacrifice Minsc and Boo for that. It's pretty good. See, I was right when I said this game was going to go for a while. Dude's got ETB effects for days. Yeah, after this game, I'm gonna pause the video and re-up my, restart, MTG Arena. Definitely want double green left over, just in case. So, let's do this. Owlbear Shepherd is pretty decent. That'll be an extra card a turn. I think that might be enough to turn things in my favor. Unless he plays something big with flying. Probably bounce the hamster, right? There is something with flying there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do still have it. Let's go with the red dragon. Gives it plus 1/0 haste. Nah. I guess I could have given that haste, but it don't matter. It don't matter. Sure, Charm Sleep. Great. To 2 target creatures you control each deal damage equal to their power to another target creature. Unless he has like another instant speed blink effect. Yep. Punch it for 6. Should be enough to kill the Air Cult Elemental. It's pretty good. Scry 2, draw 2. Is there a 1 mana spell that'll stop this? Well, if there was, he didn't get it. Unexpected Windfall is decent. Play Circle of the Moon Druid. I don't like that, like, where's my volume? You know what I mean? Like, my computer's not muted. Well, whatever. Next combat, no attacks. Pass and draw. Choose your weapons, decent. It's just a matter of, like, who draws better cards first. That is not a you may effect, so I am eventually going to kill myself with Owlbear Shepherd. Okay, I think I tapped the Kobold Warcaller Just to be cheeky. Yep. My turn. No hunting party. Let's give you double strike. Yep. First strike and double strike. What you gonna do about that? I can start to aggress a bit more here. And I kind of have to. Chump. And chump. I think is correct. Just chump block them. Yep. Neither of them have trample. This doesn't give trample. Skewer, Chewinga. Okay. So that bounces Priest of Ancient Lore. Yep. Pass. And draw. I am worried about drawing out. So I really have like 6 turns to end this. Because with Owlbear Shepherd, I don't really have control over it. I will draw out before him. Miss Dragon, sure. I think I want my Ancient Dragon. If I get my Ancient Dragon and get in with it once, then I'll probably have so many treasures that whatever, you know what I mean? Improvised weaponry is decent. It's not the worst. Want to give him double strike. Could also give him double strike. Let me think. What do I kill with this? I think I killed a Chewinga, I guess. Because it doesn't really matter. Green, green, red. Kill that. And sure. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, because that way it forces me to buff twice, which I was going to do anyway. Sure. Can start just attacking as much as I feel like soon. Well, you know what? That's one way he could draw himself out before me. GG. Yeah, I'm gonna swing out next turn. Pretty sure I just swing out next turn. Alright. We gonna pause. We're gonna restart this and see if the audio fixes itself. Or if it's actually an issue with MTG Arena. Alright, so I've restarted it. Hopefully that fixes all the issues I was having with the audio. This is how I have my audio. Because I like the music, it's alright. The master is at halfway. Sound effects, I like the sound effects, honestly. I don't like hearing the planeswalkers talk, but maybe you guys do. So let me pull that up. Pull this up a little bit too. I'm gonna play with one headphone off for a second. That way I can just see if this is working. I'm out of coffee. Such a travesty. I got first world problems. Egg palpitator. Palpator. I have played against this person before. I'm not hearing the music. I'll keep this. Okay, no, I am hearing some ambience at least. Get the rabble-rouser down. I think Underseller Mike and it is probably the play. I mean, I was gonna say if he sacrifices that, I'm pleased with it. All right, let's go through this fucking wall of text. Okay, it exiles creatures from graveyards, and then it lets you cast the creature that you exiled with it after you specialize. I think I read that right. Battlecry Goblin, sure. Goblins get +1/0 haste, sure. Actually, I mean, I really don't want the Myconid to die. I don't really care if the Rabble-rouser dies. I mean, I kind of care. I care a little bit. Let's put it that way. Battlecry Goblin's not that big a deal. That way he just kills one of those. Yeah. So he probably kills the Rabble-rouser. Promptly kills the Rabble-rouser. Hopefully I draw land so that I can play 2 cards. Cool. Cool. I think I like Circle of the Moon Druid better. Because I'd rather give it up than the Owlbear Shepherd. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. I can't really afford to attack right now. How much is it specialized? 2. And, like, yeah, you discard a card to specialize, but since that one lets you cast an extra creature, it's kind of worth it. He'd have to spend 3 mana to exile a creature and then specialize. Sepulchre Ghoul is pretty annoying. Exiles his goblin, specializes, and then casts the goblin. Yep. Yep. Figures. So he gets to drain me. Yep. Seems legit. My turn? Sure. Just play him for now. Seems legit. Next turn I can Owlbear and poison the blade. Hopefully. Hopefully. Okay, it doesn't let him duplicate more, but he can continue exiling graveyards. Gracelad. Don't like him. Alright, opponent can't really attack here. Play the Owlbear. Play the Warcaller. Because, I still have the 2 mana for Poison the Blade. Okay. And now we're just waiting on the Owlbear, Shepherd card advantage to eventually overwhelm the opponent. Yeah. I can't specialize again, so I think we're pretty safe in terms of having more card advantage than the opponent. As long as I keep these 2 alive, like the rest of these cards don't really matter at this point. Odd choice. Actually, no, that's not a very odd choice. It's pretty good. Target creature, you're going to do plus XO, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. It's pretty good. Sure. Band Together seems pretty good here. That way I can kill Saravok, or however you pronounce his name. Yeah, I'm just gonna kill that before even thinking. Yeah, sacrifice it to the Sepulchre Ghoul. That's fine. That's honestly fine. I don't care about Valor Singer, so I think I discard it to the Windfall. Another? Fuck. I'm gonna use that to get Severvarvar next. He's gonna get Severvarvar next. Saravok. He's gonna get Saravok back. I don't know. If I draw one of my good dragons, kinda nothing he does matters at that point. Yep, kind of figured. Specialize. What does the red one do? Because he might get that. Perpetually gets plus 1/0. Eh. It's not a big deal. That conjures a duplicate, so there's no real way for me to get rid of it. Let's give my dragon haste. It's Dragon. And probably play the Owlbear Shaman, too. Yeah. It does have haste, but that's okay. I have enough chump blockers. And he decides he can just take 11. Neat. No hunting party, which I can give haste. Sure. I will chump block. Be prepared. Yep. Let's give you haste. This does force blocks on his part. I swing with 4 creatures, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'll be able to cast the duplicate, which seems pretty good. Oh, he forgot about the first strike, didn't he? I actually forgot about the first strike, so I can't even blame him for that. Yeah, the reason I swung with that Owlbear Shepherd was, like, I'm still drawing an extra card every turn. Another? Bro's got copies on copies on copies of his legends. Okay, GG though. He had no way to deal with all of that. That was just the value, all that value. Alright, we're gonna pause. Sometimes I'm listening to my Spotify playlist, and I remember the times I used to play Smite for like 4 to 6 hours a day. And it just blows my mind, because most of the time I wasn't having a good time. Anyone who's played a MOBA like League of Legends, or Smite, or Paragon, or Air Mech Arena, or whatever other MOBAs there are, I hear there's a Pokemon one now. Like, anyone who's played a MOBA knows. I have to draw lands for this to be even playable. Guess I'll mull. I still do need a land, but it's not the worst. Anyone who plays MOBAs knows this, is like, most of the time you're not having a good time. Ouch. That hurts. Let's draw. There's the land. Probably play the Myconid. Love to resolve Minsc and Boo. I think I'll keep my mana dork, thank you very much. I actually won't block here. I'll just take 2. That's fine with me. Owlbear, that's pretty good. Love to resolve Minsc and Boo here. There we go. Yeah, he legitimately talks like Defendor, and kind of looks like Woody Harrelson anyway. Opponent's like, oh no, what have I gotten myself into? Block. Does he have choose your weapon? Because that would hit so hard. Double strike, yeah, that hits just as hard. Fuck. I guess I should have also blocked with the 1/1 and kept Minsc and Boo alive. I think I lose now. I don't think I have a way to deal with this. Guess we play the Kobold and the Sellsword. Multiple Battlecry Goblins. He has the fucking Battle Axe. I was supposed to also block with the 1/1. Bro, what? Dude got 3 Battlecry Goblins. Alright, I feel like I was gonna lose this game no matter what. Is what's happening. We'll play you, I guess. And then do nothing, and die to goblins. Like, all he does is swing out, minus the Nurturer, and then just buff. And hits me for like 10, even if I block the stronger ones. Yeah. He doesn't even have to buff twice. He can just buff once. I guess Battlecry Goblin really is good if you get a lot of them. Dang, man. That misplay with Minsc and Boo cost me the game. I should have thought about, like, well, if he has something that makes it 8, then I lose everything. So just block with both of them. Minsc and Boo would have stayed at 1. Man, that could have changed the whole game. Probably not, but maybe. Banshee 27. That's a fun name. Yeah, I guess. I mean... Ah! That's... I don't like those. Mountain. I guess I just improvised weaponry, whatever thing with 2 toughness they play. Probably that. Sure, it's pretty good. Yeah, we'll play the Owlbear Shepherd. Technically speaking, he can block that, so... Could also attack with him to make the Knoll hunting party cost less. Bruh, okay, well there's a new target. I'm glad I waited. Let's not let that stick around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can play the dragon next turn. Wish it had haste. As long as they don't have removal for this, I should have all the mana I could ever need starting next turn. I mean, that's not true, because I could roll a 1. That's the funny thing about it. I mean, do I double its power and toughness and hit for 12? I don't know. If I get the Swashbuckler Extraordinaire, I can kill him. Yeah, you may as well swing out at that rate. I'm not blocking with my dragon. I'm not blocking with the dragon. Like, I'm not risking it. If he has a buff spell, I feel so stupid. Essentially throw the game. Hitting with this dragon is what makes the difference. What was that? Little bits of lightning. Is that from his dragon? Yeah, it is. It's from his dragon. Okay. The thing is, I don't know how many treasures I get. Please be at least like 10, you know? 4! That is not as good as I was hoping. But I can play Hunting Party and Fireball. Not sure what to Fireball, though. Now, I don't mind losing the Hunting Party. Because Fireball will make it so that the dragon on its own is lethal. Assuming they don't get a flyer. Which is a pretty big assumption. I think I hold up Fireball until end step, just in case they cast a flyer. Of course, if they have a removal spell, it's a whole other game. I mean, I'll give this one to them. I'm not gonna say Yorgo or anything. Like, they are in a position they have to think pretty fucking hard. Does he swing out? Yes, he does. Yeah, I think that's correct. I don't even have to Fireball this turn, but I think I do. And he can't do that instant speed. What is the name of this? Bonecaller Cleric, huh? Makes it a 1/3 with hexproof. Sure. Okay. Does he get a flyer? Nothing here is flying, right? Does not have flying. Sure. Okay, I think that makes it so I have lethal multiple ways, so... Let's kill his Null Hunter. I mean, let's see. He doesn't have the mana to specialize this anyways. Has to end. Burn you. Yeah, it was gonna be lethal. Even without the double power and toughness. I probably shouldn't have even done that, because if I misclicked and did 5 damage, phew. That would have been really bad. Alright, hey, the Ancient Dragon came in handy there. Minsc and Boo and the Ancient Dragon being my 2 rares means this is a pretty powerful limited deck. I mean, the Ancient Dragons are like, if you were playing Constructed, they're just not that good. They're just really not that good. Yep. It's pretty decent. As usual, we have a hand chock full of 3-drops. Play Rabble Rouser. Probably play Myconid next. I will block. I will 110% block. Alright. So we're against, like, Abzan Value Train. Swing because I get another one. Sure. Underseller Myconid. There we go. Now I have mana to play multiple things. Probably Rabble Rouser and then one of my 3-drops. Oh, I know why I think he gives haste. Is because the werewolf, the like 3-drop 2/3 werewolf that gives the plus also gives haste. That's why. What's it called? Restless or Reckless Stormseeker? Reckless Stormseeker is like Valor Singer, but better. Isn't it kind of dumb that Bard isn't included in the party system? Huh. Let's think about that for a second. Shamans, Druids, and Bards all get cut off. Let's play Ye Old Rabble Rouser. I'm not really worried about him attacking, so I think follow the tracks is correct. Yeah, I'm not really sure what they can do here. Deadly Dispute's pretty good. I guess he's just digging. Owlbear. That card that has all the value. Anyway, I'm just gonna play this, I guess. Yep, I have big creatures too. The Rabble Rousers are pretty good. Pro what? Power permanents you control leave the battlefield. This ability triggers only once each turn. Well, that is so obnoxious in so many ways. Yeah, unless he were to get flying. I think I swing with the Herd Gorger and the 2 Rabble Rousers. Yeah. I think that thing makes me want to be aggro. Thank you for not doing mathematics. That or he knew. Ah, shit. He can use it for the -1/-1. Yup. Brutal. It shook. Shook like it's a fucking Pokemon. Okay. End. It's pretty rough. Guess I should have just swung with Herd Gorger. And played more creatures. This makes me angry. Everything about the way this card operates is just obnoxious. Like, whoever designed this card was like, yeah, it's like Pokemon. Like, why? Like, don't make it like Pokemon. What the fuck? No blocks. Minthara. I don't like Minthara. Probably play this for the card draw. Unless they play a creature with flying that's really strong. This is going to be card draw. Or that. Or that. Goodbye, Herd Gorger. Let's get the Naturalize. Yup. Let's give you haste, I guess. Let's naturalize that before he has the mana to respond by sacrificing it. I hate that. I hate it. I hate this. I really hate that. I hate that animation. I hate everything about that card. Okay. This can kill the Owlbear, which makes it worth playing. Alright, this is a rare, right? Or a mythic. This is an uncommon? This shouldn't be an uncommon. That card is absurdly powerful to be an uncommon. Oh, that animation is gonna fucking drive me crazy. I'm not necessarily losing this game, but I'm tempted to concede just to avoid seeing that ever again. Holy shit, who decided that was the animation? Like, if it was a slight shake, fine, but it's like, blah! I hate that. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate this card. I hate everything about the design. Alchemy people, whoever is in charge of the Alchemy design team, fuck you. Alright, there. I'm done raging for a moment. Double power and toughness, huh? It's like hasty swing with both of these. Like, I kind of have to be aggressive here. And he just takes the 4. It's not worth saving the Jaded Sellsword, is it? That sucks. I'm closing my eyes. Oh, fuck. I have to hit resolve. Fuck! I mean, theoretically, I can surprise kill him next turn, right? Like, that's the only way I win this, is next turn, I have a surprise motherfucker moment and just hit him for lethal. That's the option here. So I do still have a potential way to win. Not if he holds back enough blockers, though. We kind of need him to swing out. No blocks. Or a dragon with haste, honestly. He has all his blockers. Oh, and that triggers Mintara, doesn't it? Yep. That should be a mythic. Not an uncommon. Oh, there's no way I'm getting in with Circle of the Moon Druid now. So let's go ahead and do this. See what I get. Spin the wheel. Band together. Band together to kill Minthara seems really good. I know he just sacrifices it to the Skullport Merchant, though. So let's wait. These are instants. Probably activate Skullport here. Skullport Merchant. Great. Now your things are back to their base power, at least. Feel I'm in a lot less danger, although I'm sure I'm still in danger. Oh, he has another. Of course, because it's an uncommon. What the fuck? Who the fuck on the design team thought that was a good idea? Like, who thought this was a good idea? Yeah, sure. That was pretty much my only way to win. That was essentially my only way to win. I guess I should have waited and done it during his turn. Force blocks. I lose everything. Oh, that's still lethal. What? Oh, yeah, that is still lethal. Yeah, there was no way for me to survive, was there? Alright. That's why he killed the thing with 4 toughness. Well, I'm kind of mad about that. Actually, no, I'm not kind of mad about that. I'm really mad about that because Minthara is bullshit. Like, whoever designed that card, they did a bad job. And, like, okay, I get, like, if it didn't say every card named Minthara perpetually gets this, if it got counters, like a normal card, right? If, you read names, that's kind of funny. If it just got counters, like a normal card, like, as long as it's on the battlefield, it gets the counter, it buffs the team, fine. Reasonable, uncommon. Because it's perpetual, like, because it's perpetual, it's stupid as fuck. I'm just riding on the rage right now. Riding on the rage. Not the range, the rage. I'm not dancing in the rain, I'm dancing in the rage. Alright, I mean, I can haste the Valor Singer. Let me see, if I swing with 3 creatures, that's a 3-drop. Well, that's pretty annoying. I mean, I can swing with all 3 of these, and then be able to play the Null Hunting Party. Which might be right. His Death Toucher is pretty annoying. Or I can just swing with 2 things, and play Follow the Tracks. Swing with both of these. Or I can just swing with Valor Singer, they probably trade. Right? It does get rid of his card draw off of it. fuck. Alright. Well, that's pretty darn good. I forgot about that card, to be perfectly honest. Let's get the green one. Read the flavor text. A barrier that shields privileged eyes from the city's woes. Well, that's kind of, weird. Take 2. There that is. Sure. Get plummet, play plummet. Plummet, I think is correct. Get plummet, play plummet. No attacks. Give the dragon haste. I can afford to take 2. Oh, that really needed to be a land. Alright, that really needed to be a mana, so that I could play the dragon. That target creature opponent controls until this... Well, I guess if it had been the dragon, he was about to have, an Oblivion Ring for it. I mean, I'll try to bounce them off each other. That also really needed to be a land. Fuck. Does not activate only as a sorcery. Yeah, I'm not surprised by that. I can block there, buff, buff. Another one. Give him haste 2. There's the land. Rah! Get in. Get in for damage. Give me a lot of treasures, please. Please. 19 treasures. Now that's what I'm talking about. Alright, Warcaller. Hunting Party. I can buff the rabble-rousers as much as I feel like now. Which means he has to block them, essentially. I can also cast anything that I draw. I can use both gates, easily. No blocks. Sure. Choose your weapon gives me lethal, anyways, so I can just fly over for lethal. Oh, it was lethal. There you go. The dragon, choose... My weapon is the Ancient Copper Dragon. I've chosen my weapon. And that's what it is. It's an Ancient Copper Dragon. That is the weapon I choose. Oh, I need to eat something as soon as I'm done with this. I don't need to. I could just not eat today. That's an option. I do need to go outside and get some sunlight, though. Yeah, sure. This is keepable. This is only really good if you destroy an artifact or enchantment with it. Nice. Let's hastify you and swing. It looks like it's gonna be a trade back and forth with hasty creatures kind of game. Yep, that's exactly what it looks like. Why'd he go to post-combat? Well, you're not gonna swing back. The mouth of the sewer pipe, you realize it's massive enough that even a giant could walk through without stooping. And that gives you an idea. Is there some 2-mana removal spell? Is there a terror in this format? A terror slash Doomblade slash Go for the Throat slash Infernal Grasp? You know, one of those 2-mana removal spells? Ah, he took my dragon. Till the end of your next turn. So he probably does the... You line up the shop just to... The shot. You line up the shop. Make sure everything's in order, yeah? Yeah. Yeah, I figured that was the one, because it draws him a card. Not sure if he even does it, though. Yeah, that figures. Could specialize you just to make you a 3/4. Whoo, hoo hoo hoo. You know who. Yeah, let's throw that on here. And then swing out. I mean, not really swing out, because we're holding back the War Caller. Give something else haste, sure. I'll give my red dragon haste. Although, I'll be honest, I don't know if I'm gonna end up casting it. He can swing, make a copy, play the copy. That's pretty good. Honestly, that is pretty good. Yeah, that figures. I don't want to discard my red dragon, though, so... Yeah, if I draw anything other than a land, I guess I can Windfall. I mean, a hasty red dragon hits pretty damn hard, though. Unless they have the removal to deal with it. Do not want to discard my red dragon. What you looking at your graveyard for? Got something that gets shit back from your graveyard? Foxfire 50. That's a cool name. I like that. Does this still? It doesn't make any noise. Like, if you put a bell, it should make bell noises. Whew! Well, that's pretty good. This also has haste, so I can, like... I could buff that, but I think I buff Minsc and Boo. Or I buff Boo. I mean, honestly, I think I just aggress, right? Nah, we'll hold that back. It's a treasure, and that has haste. so he's gonna knock Boo down to 1. Does he give it Menace? So that's not very good. Alright, goodbye, yellow. Or, I mean, you know who. Haste, haste. Give it some double haste. Alright, yeah, that's lethal, because I just sacrificed Boo afterwards to burn him for 4. Cool. Minsc and Boo dragons. Okay, I think green-red is a pretty strong archetype. Especially if you get the right rares for it. So, 1 or 2 more games. This has been a fun draft, I guess. Be warped. Or warped. Ooh, yeah, I guess. It's not bad. It's not ideal, for sure, but it's not bad. Wizards of the Coast needs to buy the rights to use, like, Elden Ring / Dark Souls and make a set based on it, because that would be so cool. And they would ruin it by making it alchemy. Never mind. They would absolutely ruin it and be like, oh, what if we did the alchemy and it does a perpetual effect? And then the whole thing would suck. Ugh. I know, I'm playing alchemy right now while talking shit about alchemy. But that's okay. Bro, alright. I mean... I'm not gonna double block that, I don't think. Is that a 2 mana 4/1? It's a 3 mana 4/1. That's still really, really strong. No blocks. That might be a better target. Alright, no, it's not. Because I can just block there and poison the blade and still have mana for the Copper Dragon. That seems really bad. That seems like a really bad time to do that. I mean, maybe he has the kill spells to, like, have it not matter. And he discarded Ray of Frost. Like, what the fuck are you trying to do, man? This only gets back creatures, right? Yeah. Sure. Yeah, we're just gonna do this. Let's not think too hard. Why'd you discard Ray of Frost and use your counterspell to loot on your own turn? I am be warped. I am warped by mind what you do there. Why do what do? You do what do why. Why do? Just because in case he does actually play removal. I mean, like, I get plenty of mana if this resolves. Yeah. Sure. So, Owlbear. Swashbuckler. Keep at least 1 treasure. Which that keeps 2, so yeah. I can play both of these. Actually, I can play and specialize this. Oof. Sure, I think we've got it. Oh, he did counter the double struck guy. Yeah, that was actually a smart thing to counter. Creates 2 treasures and draws 2 cards. So if he has a board wipe, he plays it, right? Let's throw Craving of Yellow on him, I guess. And that's exactly lethal. We don't get to roll the dice because they already lost. Yeah, Ancient Copper Dragon's pretty strong. I guess this entire set is built around just like, get dragons, play dragons. Or play fucking dumbass, overpowered cards like Mintara. Anyway, if you enjoy this sort of content, let me just remind you real quick to like and subscribe. It would really help me out. I'm a very small channel. I play a lot of Magic anyways, which is why I'm even doing this. What does this guy do? Draw a card, exile, blah, blah, blah. I'm not reading that. It's another one of those wall of text cards that I can't be bothered with. Anyway, again, if you enjoy this, there's gonna be more coming. Peace out, y'all.